Today we're showing the video install of a buzzkill into a Stratocaster. This particular guitar has 3 single coil pickups, all wound the same way. We're going to demonstrate how much 60 cycle hum is within a standard Strat, and we'll also show an after shot of how it actually works out after we're done. So this is the standard tone of your Strat. And the way you determine which buzzkill you need is by putting this on a higher gain position and checking how much noise comes out of each position of your 5-way switch. So I'm going to do that now. So in position 5, position 4, position 3, position 2, and position 1. That tells you that you need a single coil buzzkill installed, and that's what we're going to do. Tools we need to install the buzzkill: set of alligator clips, a piece of heat shrink, a set of cutters, some solder and a soldering iron, a Phillips screwdriver, and a buzzkill. Now that we have the pickguard removed from the guitar, we're going to flip it upside down, put a rag underneath it so that we don't mar the top of the guitar. Before I do that, I'm going to actually turn down the volume control so that when I go ahead and disconnect the 3 black leads from the back of the volume control, we're not going to hurt the actual volume control itself. If I put too much heat on the pot itself, it can harm the wiper and it can harm the actual puck that's inside there. So you want to always ensure that your volume control is turned all the way down. This buzzkill was already put on an ohm meter multi-tester to make sure that it has output. So I know that it already has output. I'm going to just install it quickly into position to make sure I've got nothing hitting it on either side and that it's free. I'm also going to hitch up 2 alligator clips to these leads to figure out which way this goes in. Little tech tip: you can put a little bead of solder on top of your soldering iron before you go ahead and remove the wires from the pot. It will help heat up the solder joint and you won't heat up the pot as much. So now I'm going to remove the 3 black wires from the back of this pot. So from here, I'm going to take 2 alligator clips, a black and a white one in this case, and I'm going to connect them to the wires on the buzzkill. So I'm going to connect the white wire to the black and the black, and I'm going to connect the white wire on the buzzkill to the ground on the pot. Now we need to listen to the buzz. One of these configurations is going to be much louder in buzz than the other. So the first one we'll listen to now. I'm going to turn this up so we can hear it, and your position on your 5-way switch is on your lead pickup. That's a lot of buzz. You can hear how much buzz it is creating. So when I flip these wires around, that's a lot less buzz. So in this particular buzzkill, we're going to be hitching up the white wire to the 3 black ground wires. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So I'll solder those together. And now that those are soldered together, I'm going to use a piece of heat shrink and put that over those just to protect the connection. I'm going to use the soldering iron to heat up the heat shrink and shrink it. Don't put it on the end of your blade, just put it where it's heated, where the actual tip meets the heater. I'm now going to take the black wire from the buzzkill and connect it to the back of the pot. Again, you can put a little bit of solder on your soldering iron before you go ahead and touch the connection area on the pot. Now that that is connected, the only thing left to do is to secure the buzzkill down. So there's a protective red film on the back of the adhesive tape on the buzzkill. So you want to remove that. Now we're going to nose the buzzkill in so that the tape does not touch the pickguard until the buzzkill is completely in location. Once you have the buzzkill in location, you want to just press it down and it will stick to the pickguard. You want to ensure before you stick it down that the buzzkill is aligned with the volume pot and the 5-way switch. That way it won't contact the inside cavity of your guitar. So now that that is done, we're going to reinstall the pickguard, put the strings back on it, and show you how it sounds. So the biggest thing about the buzzkill is it doesn't change your tone. So as you can hear, in every position, it still sounds like an authentic Strat. Okay, so let's get to what the buzzkill does. So now I'm going to turn on the gain on this amplifier, and you're going to hear a massive difference. So the gain is on now, and you've got this on your buzzkill. That's the same in every single position of your 5-way switch. And that's what a buzzkill does. Okay, now we've taken the screws out of the pickguard, and we've already determined that these 3 pickups are not wound the same way. The center pickup is reverse wound. The way we've figured that out is with the 5-way switch. In the first position, it makes a whole bunch of buzz. In the second position, it's quiet. In the third position, it makes buzz. In the fourth position, it's quiet. In the fifth position, it makes buzz. So that means we need to install a dual buzzkill that has 2 separate coils on it, and each one has to be attached separately to your pickups. We're going to isolate the middle pickup from the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. We're going to flip the pickguard over. We're going to put on a rag so that we don't mar the top of the actual guitar. We want to turn the volume all the way off and be in the bridge position before we do any solder work. That way, when we're unsoldering the ground wires from the pickup, from the volume pot, you do not harm the volume pot. The wiper and the puck inside the pot will not get overheated. So now I'm going to remove the 3 wires from the back of the pot. Tech tip, add a little bead of solder to your soldering iron before you try and unsolder this. It will actually heat up the solder quicker. So now I'm going to remove these 3 wires from the back of the pot and separate the middle wire from the other 2. So now I'm going to attach the neck pickup to the bridge pickup. And I'm going to leave the middle pickup isolated. I'm now going to insert the buzzkill into location. I raise my wires and make sure I'm not hitting anything that I shouldn't be hitting. Now I'm going to connect the buzzkill to the middle pickup and determine its orientation. So it does not matter which way you hook it up as far as the colors are concerned, white or black, black to white. So we're going to go with the black lead and the white wire, and we're going to connect that to the black wire coming off of the pickup. We're then going to connect the white wire to the ground on the pot. We need to put the selector switch in the center, and then we're going to turn up the volume and find out how much noise we're generating. That's quite a bit of noise. So I'm going to reverse the wires . And it's much quieter. So that is the way we want to connect this pickup, the middle pickup, and I'm using the bottom coil of the dual buzzkill. And I'm going to do that now. So I'm connecting the white wire to the black wire, and I will solder that. I'll just clip off the end. Then I'm going to attach a little piece of heat shrink. I'm going to heat up the heat shrink tubing with my soldering iron and keep it onto the back where the tip is connected to the heater, but not on the tip, until that's shrunk into place. Now there's 2 wires left. In this case, you have a white wire and a black wire coming off of the buzzkill. That's okay. I'm going to use my alligator clip, and I'm going to connect it to the white wire on the buzzkill, and I'm going to connect it to the 2 ground wires that are coming from the bridge and the neck pickup. I'm going to take my black alligator clip and connect it to the black wire from the top coil of the buzzkill. I'm going to turn it on and find out how much noise I have. Okay, that's really noisy. That's much quieter. So that's a correct orientation to hitch up the second coil of the buzzkill. So now I will solder the 2 black leads to, in this case, the black lead. Again, apply a little bit of solder to your iron and you'll find that it heats up and flows easier. Always make sure your soldering iron is clean. I'm just going to clean up that connection. I'm now going to put on another piece of heat shrink, and same thing. You're going to heat it up with the back side of the tip of the soldering iron. You don't have to touch it, you just got to heat it and it'll shrink into place, and that will protect your connection. So now we have 2 wires left over. One from the bottom coil and one from the top coil. In this case, I have a black wire from the bottom coil and a white wire from the top coil. These wires are going to be connected together and then these will be soldered to the pot. First, I'm going to solder them together. I'm going to clean that off. And then I'm going to solder these 2 wires to the pot connection. Again, clean the soldering iron. Add a little blob to the top of it. So now all we have to do is mount the buzzkill. So now we're going to remove the red backing off of the 2-way tape. And we're going to nose the buzzkill into place, nose first, without touching the pickguard with the tape. Get it underneath all of your wires, don't let anything snag. And you want to align the front of the buzzkill with the volume and the 5-way switch. And then just push it down. And that's what you should get as an alignment in between these switches. And that's it. It's now installed. So now all we have to do is put the pickguard back on, string it, and we'll show you how it plays. Okay, we've got the pickguard back on, got the strings back on. Now we're going to show you what it does. The big deal about the buzzkill is it doesn't affect your tone. In all 5 positions, it still sounds like your Strat. Before, you notice when we were going through the switching, you only had no buzz in position 2 and position 4. So now we're going to turn on the gain and you're going to see the difference. So now I've got the gain on in this. And you can hear greatly reduced buzz. It's almost non-existent. And that's in every position. This is position 2. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5. And that's what a buzzkill does.